That's insane.
Whoa.
Oh god.
アニメ「葬送のフリーレン」を見た海外ファンの反応です。他の名シーンも投稿してるので、よかったら概要欄からご覧ください。
Oh no.
Oh, that's such a terrifying sound.
Is this a demon?
Yeah, you can see the horn. Oh!
Well, I guess it's not my happy show today.
A little lizard-looking guy.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Almost looks like Aura at one point, but...
Wow.
Oh!
So we have a messenger dove. They're gonna request help, aren't they, too?
What the hell?
Get out of there.
Oh my god. Oh no. Okay.
A demon slaying request. No way.
Oh! Mommy!
Oh! We haven't seen her.
Is that a demon?
黙れ。こっちはそんな言葉数えきれないほど聞いているんだ。
You can't manipulate me.
Mm-hmm. The manipulation. Guys, demons they're scary in this universe. The way that they try to be like a human.
Got to set up for this one.
その息子というのはどこにいるんだ？頼むから少しは本当のことを言ってくれ。
Why do they catch me off guard every time, even though I already know?
Whoa. Those birds looked good. They almost looked real.
Oh, so it went to Seri. That's devastating.
He seems very desensitized. He's been through it, I think. That's a person that survived the attack, maybe.
He's so chill. He's just like, yeah, that's me.
わかっている。もう片付けた。
Not all of them.
無事だよ。みんな無事だ。お前も助かる。
Really?
一級魔法使いの新入りが一人、私と一緒に来ていてな。魔法使いのくせに女神様の魔法が使えるんだ。変わったやつだろ。だからお前の怪我もすぐ治せるよ。店もまたすぐに開けられる。そうだ。少しはマシなパンを焼けるようにはなったか。ここのところ冷えた硬いパンしか食えていなくてな。
He's so good at comforting.
ぜひ焼きたてを食わせてもらいたいものだ。
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
焼きたてでなくても
He's
構わない。
gone.
売れ残りでも昔のような失敗作でもいい。贅沢は言わん。
It's her.
ゲナウさん、怪我人はこちらに。
怪我人？気休めを言うなメトーで。
Yeah. His body started to go limp. Because when he asked about everyone, he said they're safe because he wanted to bring him peace in his final moments.
腹の怪我がもう腐り始めてたんだ。それでもこいつは私にしがみついてきたんだ。
What a tragic start.
こいつはパン屋の息子だった。子供の頃はよく一緒に遊んでいたな。親父さんが亡くなってからはこいつが後を継いだんだが、こいつの焼くパンはあまりうまくなかった。もう食えないんだな。みんな一緒だ。こいつも寂しくない。なんで私たちではなくこいつらなんだろうな。この奴らは戦いの道を選んだわけじゃない。
Oh, what? Oh, and that was him running by. Oh.
死ぬのなら一級魔法使いという戦いの道を選んだ私たちであるべきだ。
ゲナウさんに責任はありません。
That is true.
村をもう一回り見てくる。
少しは休んだ方がいいのではないのですか？
なぜ？
なぜって。
静かに。私の目が一つ潰された。戦士が一人と潜伏した魔法使いが一人。
One warrior and one hidden mage, no two mages.
二人です。
Frieren, Stark, and Fan?
かなりの手だれだな。
Or demons?
敵だと思うか？
Frieren.
多分これは。
Wow!
Guys, relax.
なんだ。
Oh, they're about to destroy each
という
other.
ことはもう一人の反応はフェルン一級魔法使いだな。
メトーデと一級試験の時の試験官か。確かゲナウだっけ。まったくすごい殺意のこもった魔力だったから魔族かと思ったよ。
そうか。紛らわしいことをしたな。悪かった。
He's pissed
気
from
が
the
気ではありませんでした。
Yeah.
フェルン大丈夫。味方だよ。シュタルクに伝えて。はい。
That was really cool.
そうで
They're
す。
awesome.
フェルンさんも討伐要請を受けていたんですね。
Okay.
北部
That's why we're
高原
here.
だからね。それで状況は。
Someone who also has lost his whole village.
祈っているのか？
悪いか？
いや、そうは思わん。
俺の村も魔族に滅ぼされた。
Oh, so he can relate to him.
なあ、魔族って人間を食べるんだよな。なんで死体が残っているんだ？俺の村もそうだった。
さあな。理由は知らん。あいつらは腹いっぱいでも人を殺すんだよ。
This is so absurd.
なんでだろうな。
そうですか。
Like a
村
sport.
にいた魔族は2人が倒したんです。一足遅かったみたいだね。これでも急いだつもりだったんだけど。ただゲナウさんが一つ腑に落ちない点があると。
村に駐留していたノルム騎士団だ。
商会が保有する軍事勢力だよ。
Oh.
ずいぶん少人数なんですね。
村落の駐留部隊なんてこんなものだ。それでも彼らはこの村にはもったいないほどの精鋭だったよ。隊長はこの男だった。長年村を守り続けてきた英傑だ。
驚いた。この人シュタルクよりはるかに強いね。
What?
そりゃ俺と比べたらそうでしょ。
Oh, Stark, come on.
死因は剣士魔法の結果、彼らの死因は剣による斬撃で全員即死です。
村にいた魔族たちは
Didn't even have a chance.
彼らの足元にも及ばない雑魚ばかりだった。おそらく村を襲った魔族はまだ生きている。よかったな。お前たちがここに来たのは無駄足なんかじゃない。
一緒にそいつに人類の恐ろしさを教えてあげよう。
Damn straight. Yes, free run.
こうで
That sounds unbelievable though. Stronger than Stark.
Yeah, what?
こうですかね。
Stark's a monster.
それだとかなり動きに無理があるな。
でも騎士たちの傷の状態だと。
もしかしたら二刀流なのかも。
Two swords.
魔族は基本的に短時間の潜伏でしか魔力を隠さないから、今は魔力探知の範囲外にいると考えていいと思う。周辺にある魔族の拠点になりそうな場所を教えてもらったから、そこを中心に調べていこう。まあその前に夕食かな。腹が減っては戦はできぬだ。
She recognizes that she's hungry.
Yo, what happened?
またこの
What happened to the soft bread?
流通網が回復するまでの辛抱だね。
Oh no.
No, they still have to eat it for a while.
I guess you're right.
Until
That's
they
true.
make it the soft one and
They still
spread
have
it
to,
around.
yeah.
分のパンは私が。いや、
I thought those were
どうだ
bricks.
結果を教えて。先に敵の構成を知りたい。
じゃあ俺が渡してくるよ。
Good
お
man.
願いします。分析の結果は
Is it something that Frieren can remember or
構
recognize?
成を把握するにはもう少しかかりそうですが、分かったことはあります。そっか。じゃあ先に作戦会議。
Yummy. It's so hard, the sound.
かわ
前にやっ
いい。
ぱり夕食にしようか。
Yeah. That was adorable. Protection?
なんだもう出発か。
いや、夕食だってさ。
The sound of the bread is killing me.
硬いな。
It's gonna tie back to the breads that he was hoping he could maybe have.
何をやっていたんだ？
魔族の襲撃で教会の結界が壊されていたからな。より強力なものに張り替えておいた。あいつらの死体もあるしな。
A new barrier, but
なあ、
for the
なんで死体
bodies.
をそのままにしてるんだ？そうするなら手伝うぜ。力仕事は得意なんだ。
そうか。北部高原出身じゃないやつにはわからないか。
Understand what?
基本的に北部高原の村落に墓地はない。あるとしても堅牢な城塞都市の片隅か結界に守られたお貴族様の墓くらいだ。あとは全て魔物の少ない北部高原南端の共同墓地に埋葬される。わざわざ死体を運び出すんだ。ノルム騎士団の護衛をつけてな。下手に墓を作ると
Yeah.
それに釣られて魔物が集まってくるんだ。地獄のような光景だよ。そこには骨も残らない。ノルム商会の連中は随分前から死体を燃やすようにと主張している。実に商人らしい合理的な考え方だ。私も賛成だよ。でも聖職者連中が黙っていない。奴らの気持ちもわかるよ。痛いほどわかる。苦しんで死んだ人間を火にくべるなんざ正気の沙汰じゃない。でもいつかはそうするべきだ。どうせこのままじゃ誰も故郷の地で眠れない。
The barking sounds.
noise.
Uh,
食べている時の音じゃないですね。
no, it's not.
こうして一緒に食事をしていると不思議な気分です。正直フリーレンさんたちとこんなところで再会するとは思っていませんでしたから。山一つ向こうで野営してたら討伐要請の書面が届いたからね。何事かと思ったよ。
The squirrel?
なんだこいつ。
That's
手紙を
adorable.
持っていますね。メトーデとゲナーこそなんでこんなところにいるの？他の一級魔法使いが2人もいたとは思えないんだけど。今私はゼーリエ様の命令でゲナウさんと2人組で北部高原の魔族の討伐任務をしていますから。一級魔法使いってそんなことまでするんだ。ならなくてよかったよ。
You're doing the same thing.
というよりも弟子としての仕事ですね。
Oh.
ええ、一級魔法使いは基本的にゼイリエ様の弟子になることになるので。そういえばそんなこと言ってたっけ。私は断りましたよ。レノンはいい子だね。
So cute.
それで二
She
人
said
とも
that
ゼイリエ
so
の話を
proudly.
聞いているわけだ。むしろもっとお役に立ちたいというか。あの人ちっちゃくて可愛いじゃないですか。
I love her.
もちろん
That's the reasoning.
わけないくらい可愛らしいですよ。
Okay, so she can order her around too.
ありがとう。
What was that?
反
She's
面教師もい
protective.
ませんしね。
お前は私のようにはなるな。
Wow.
作戦会議と行こうか。
それで敵の分析の方はどうなっている？
あ
何か分かったか？
あ、正確な魔族の数とかはまだ解析中らしいけど、
Must be a bigger
一
monster
つだけ
though.
分かったことがあるぜ。
敵は二刀流って言ってたっけ。それが最初はそのように仮定していたのですが、やはり釈然としない点がありまして。どういうこと？私の知る限り二刀流はどれも基本的に攻守のバランスを保つことに。
It definitely wasn't dual wielding. It was two with swords.
重きが置かれています。なので一本は致命傷を与える長剣。
The other one is for
もう一本は取
defending.
り回しの良い短剣にするのが主流です。つまり切り跡には自然と差が生まれるのです。大きな剣を2本操る怪力の持ち主ってことでしょうか。そう思って遺体の傷や戦闘の痕跡からイメージして同じ切り方を試みたのですが、
That?
やはり二刀流ではどうしても動きに無理が生じてしまいます。これ以上はまだ憶測の域を出ないのですが。いいから教えて。
おっと、悪い。
すみません。
What's the theory?
Oh no.
敵は四刀流です。
Whoa, what?
Oh boy.
4 blades? What?
You have a four-armed demon.
切り跡を見る限り、そう考える方が自然だって。
Whoa.
四刀流。
We must know who that is.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Ooh, he has something. Maybe some past encounter? He knew exactly it was angry,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe he encountered it before.
There would have been a reason why he wanted to become a first-class mage as well,
Yeah,
right?
he
Something
decided to fight.
motivating him. And he's saying that they choose to fight. So what was the reason for him choosing to fight?
The turning point, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. I was just thinking it would be so funny if those anime food creators made the hard bread.
Oh, yeah.
Because then most of the food they usually make is you make it because it looks yummy, right? But it's hard bread. I want to see if any of those anime food creators will make that. That'll be pretty funny.
That's true. It looks kind of tasty. Kind of looks like a ice cream sandwich, just hard without the cream.
Appearance looks yummy, but the sound
It actually sounds like bricks, like in a bag. The way they like clang.
sounds like bricks or rocks or something. Even when they like bite into it,
Yeah.
it falls apart as if it's a brick.
I'm surprised they didn't chip their tooth.
I just wanted to go back to the second episode, The Hero of the South, legend, rest in peace, and take a look at these the 7 sages, right? All these terrifying demons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is it? So yeah, just to see if maybe one of them in the back there might be the guy that we just saw, the potential demon that's wielding 4 swords and potentially has 4 arms. It could be one of the taller ones back there that has like a cape on. I'm specifically looking at the shape of the shoulders and the width of and like the horns, but I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, the horns are pointing up. It could be. I don't know. It could be. And if so, massive yikes. Yeah. So that was an interesting episode and definitely setting up what is going to be happening next. I think we're going to be learning a bit more about demons. Something tells me. And this is either one of the 7 stages of destruction, but also it could just be another really great, really powerful demon. I hope that we find out this season. I think that's going to be very interesting if we begin to hunt it down. It looked really cool. The character design, the slits of the eyes, it looked like there was some kind of dangling accessory on the face, and yeah, they look terrifying. So I'm excited to learn more. We're ramping up. I can feel it. So it was a good episode. I was really surprised to see those characters as well. Didn't think that we would see that anytime soon, but it's nice to sort of like within this season, we've already done that with several other people where we've sort of casually folded them in to this season as we continue our journey. And I think that's nice that, like, you know, familiar faces on the road. It's cool.
That's insane. 4 blades. I thought there was maybe more because there was a girl demon that was also moving around with a sword. So I thought, oh, maybe it's her, but evidently not. It's one demon with 4 blades. That's insane. That is genuinely crazy. Because there was the lower demon that was killed. There was the weird snake thing, but there was also a girl that was walking around, but we didn't see if she was one of the 2 that was put down. But that's crazy, especially when they're like, oh yeah, no, it's not logical for it to be 2 swords because the attacks don't quite work out that way. And I was like, oh yeah, but there was a girl, and I know they killed 2 demons when they arrived here, but they said they were lower level. So I was like, well, we only saw them kill 1 of the demons, even though they said they killed 2 of them. We only saw them kill the boy, who we didn't actually see in that opening scene. But there was a girl with longish hair that also was carrying like a longsword. So I thought, oh, maybe they're just working together. But no. 4. Is 1 not enough? 2 is not enough. 4. I just love how contradictory he's being in that he says, I bear no attachment to this place, but it's still sad seeing it like this. He does have attachment to this place. The fact that he's talking about the bakery, he's talking about this young boy being a childhood friend. He knows that the bread that he makes isn't the same quality as his dad's, even enough to make a joke about it. He talks about how he'll be able to reopen his shop, bringing him peace and comfort in his final moments. He doesn't have the heart to tell him that everyone else is dead. He says, they're safe and you'll be okay too, because I brought a first mage here. She'll be able to help heal your wounds. You'll be able to rebuild your shop. He's bringing back these warm memories and this hope and aspiration for something more. He's bringing peace and comfort to someone that he already knows is dying, that he's not going to make it. And then talks about having no attachment to this place, which is absolute bullshit. And then we have that flashback to him being younger and sat by the tree reading the book and remembering his childhood friend as he was delivering bread, and he stopped to wave at him and his little missing tooth. If he didn't care, if he didn't have an attachment to the place, he wouldn't have these memories, he wouldn't have this fondness. And then he says to Method, don't end up like me, which I wonder if it could be related to this stoicism that he's kind of inherited, that he doesn't show his emotions, that he maybe sees it as a vulnerability. He doesn't want other people to know about it because he's scared that it'll be used against him. But people also cope with trauma in different ways. His actions are contradicting his words and his claims, because someone that didn't care wouldn't go to this extent. The fact that he put a barrier up to ensure that no monsters could get into the church and desecrate the dead. The fact that he feels guilt. I think it's probably to do with his past, that maybe he feels like it's a weakness to show how he really feels, especially because when Frieren shows up and she even says like, I thought you were actually going to kill, your attack was that aggressive, because he's angry. He's furious about what's happened to this village, about what happened to the people that he knows, to the childhood friend that he grew up with. He doesn't want these people to have suffered this fate, and he feels like it's not fair that they should have, and that he couldn't do anything to prevent it. So that anger and rage is manifesting in his attack towards Frieren. Before he knew it was Frieren, he just thought it was maybe a demon. But as soon as they said, oh, 2 mages and a warrior, I was like, oh, it has to be Frieren, Stark, and Fan. But it was just funny when they went 1 mage, wait, no, 2 mages, because both Frieren and Fan suppress their mana, so it's really hard to read clearly how many mages there are. And it's likely Fan that's not being detected, because Frieren was the first one to make entry and Fan was back towards the windows, kind of like in season 1 when they were saving Graf Granite and it was Stark that went in and Fan suppressed her mana and was like hiding outside and was sort of the sneak attack. That was kind of the same premise, only Frieren was the one that went in first and Stark was kind of chilling because he can't suppress his mana, so he can't really be sneaky because they'll always detect him. But it's nice that we got another reunion. I think we'll probably not see any of the others until maybe season 3, because this hunt for the demon wielding 4 blades is evidently going to go into the next episode and potentially past that. But I wonder if Frieren knows who it is, because obviously wielding 4 blades is incredibly unique. So I wonder if she maybe has an inkling or she's run into them before. But I'm sure there's demons that even she's not ran into that maybe she's heard of but has never like actually confronted. But whoever this is terrifying. Like 4 blades is insane.
Like, I mean, do you think that the autopsy spell, I don't remember seeing it before ever. Do you think that this is the spell that she requested from Sari?
Oh. She doesn't strike me as that being what she would want out of all of the spells that she could choose, you know, unless she like has some sort of deep-seated part of her. I mean, she is able to use the goddess's magic. So maybe there's a part of her, maybe you can use the autopsy spell even on those that haven't died so that you're able to tell exactly what is ailing them. And so maybe she would want a spell like that because of some actually rooted in her past issue where she really wanted to know why someone died the way that they did, or it's to help her be able to properly heal people in the future.
I'm liking how you're building up like potentially the origin of the autopsy spell. Like maybe it is derived of a diagnostic spell on the living, like and in, you know, the idea of bringing the goddess into question, it makes you think of the priests that we've interacted with before and being able to diagnose what type of poisoning has happened, you know, and how to solve said poisoning and especially heal it like Sign would be able to. So coming from that, I like it, but maybe I'm adding this just to add it for the fun of it. I almost like the idea that there's a restriction on the spell that makes it so you only can use the autopsy spell on a dead body.
And thank God there is like the mages, like the adventurers that are going and helping, even though the way that they're eating this bread, I'm feeling so bad at them every time because they're saving lives, saving people, and at the end of the day, like not every day they can eat like a normal food, and it's just taking a lot.
Yeah.
But
they're risking their lives.
Yeah.
They were like, they feel responsible. Like even though like, you know, you don't have like strong connection, you're still feeling responsible that you were not there on time.
Yeah, and they
It's
cannot
like a
even
lot.
bury them, you know, like because it's just not fair. We have to stop all the demons.
Oh,
That's the
it's kind of like going back into kind of like the team from like, you know, the first like season.
Yeah, it was so sad the whole beginning when he was carrying the dead person, and he was saying that everybody was okay. I was like, no, this is probably just like to bring peace to their mind, which I totally get because is it Gano? I think his name was. Is a very interesting character because
he's saying the right things and he's thinking the right things and he's very logical, but at the same time he's aware of what he says and how he's looking, or like how his view on the world is, but he has no humanity left in him, and I'm assuming it's because he's seen a lot, been through a lot.
If we're traveling with Methode, I bet we might learn some new spells. Maybe, in fact, exactly the spell that she asked for, if that's not the one.
How dare they not show it to us? Like, that is truly a crime.
How dare they not show us Fern using her spell that she got more often?
Yeah,
just
I love
having her clothes be like, oh, I'm clean now.
I love Fern just being like so proud of herself that she declined the invitation of being a student of Sari.
Yeah, and Fern was like, good girl.
What is up with Methode and her infatuation with cuteness? Do you think that it applies to all cute, or do you think it's specifically elvish? Because like
she thinks Fern is cute.
She does think Fern is cute, but it seems like we differentiate Fern from Sari and Frieren.
I think it's a spectrum of cuteness.
Okay.
I think that she sees that Fern is in fact cute and therefore qualifies, but there's levels to it, and Frieren and the elf cuteness is just kind of, it's transcendent. It breaks the levels. You can't contain it, the cuteness.
Yeah.
Think about her blowing that kiss at Sign. Think about that. You can't
quantify.
You can't quantify that cuteness.
But I love that Stark is able to relate to him. Stark lost his village to a demon attack. He can understand that sense of anger, but also guilt that you couldn't do anything to prevent it, that you should be alive while everyone else is dead. It's almost like survivor's guilt, and I think Stark is able to kind of see that in him, which is why he's like, I'll go and check on him, I'll take him dinner, and why he also was willing to open up to him about his own village having been attacked. I think he's able to sense in him this rage, even though he's not letting it show on the surface. It's definitely simmering within him. This idea that the bodies aren't being eaten, yeah, it's very strange. It does seem like maybe it's for fun, or it could be distraction, but they said in this episode that demons will still kill even if they're full, so it's not solely for eating. It could be that they gain pleasure from it. It could be that they want to expand and control the territory and they don't want the humans in that area. But I'm sure they'll kind of delve into that, because again, they wouldn't bring up this premise of it being weird that this isn't the first time a village has been sorted and humans haven't been eaten. They've just been left there, almost as if it's like sending a message, or it's because they're not doing it to eat them. They're doing it either because they want to exert their power on humanity by making them scared of what they're capable of doing. It could be a psychological thing in which they're wanting to strike so much fear into humans that they leave the Northern Plateau and then they can take control of its territories once more. Because there's this reoccurring theme in season 2 of homeland, of not wanting to leave where you have grown up, where your family lineage is from, this connection to the land itself and its history, and this understanding that most of the people in the north are never going to leave their homes, because to leave their homes is to accept defeat in their mind. This is something that means so much to them, because it forms their ties and connection to their family lineage, to those that have passed, to those that have paved the way for this village to even exist in the north. And to just run and leave it all behind is to leave that connection behind, and knowing that you'll never be able to go back to it. So there's this stubbornness, there's this refusal to allow the demons to drive them out, this resilience. And it ties into Frieren saying, let's show them how terrifying humanity can be. I think the demons could be looking to try and drive them out further by attacking villages, leaving the bodies to be found, trying to almost wage a psychological as well as a physical warfare on humans to try and get the land that they reside on, because humanity refuses to be driven out. They refuse to quit. They won't be forced out of their homes by demons because it means more to them than the demons will ever understand, because they don't understand the human emotions, the human connection to that land in the same way. So in their mind, they think we can eventually drive them out without realizing it's just kind of making them more resilient to stay where they are, to refuse to give the demons what they want by being driven out, refusing to allow themselves to continuously live in fear. Because what we keep seeing is this resilience in the north, this refusal to allow the demons to completely ruin their way of life, that despite the hardships and the warfare and the threat of attacks and the monsters that reside within the north, people still find a way to continue living their lives, to find joy and love and pleasure in this world, and to have families and connection with others. They refuse to be beaten by demons. It's that resilience, I think, that demons don't understand, that they'll never understand, that they'll think they can just wage this war and they'll eventually give up, but it's not going to happen. It's just going to make them even more stubborn, especially the fact that even once you're dead, you can't even reside in your homeland anymore. You can't rest in peace there. You're forced out of it because the body decaying may attract monsters which will harm the rest of the village. You are driven to the south in order to be buried far away from the monsters. So the fact that even in death you can't have peace is just incredibly tragic. But I think that's what makes those in the north all the more persistent to not allow the demons to win. And that's why they are terrifying, because humanity is anything but weak. We are incredibly stubborn individuals. But I think it could tie to psychological warfare, maybe. I'm not sure, but phenomenal episode. Cannot wait to see episode 7.
今回の海外リアクターさんたちの反応はいかがでしたか？ついに物語が大きく動きそうな章に入り、緊張感が走る展開でしたね。北部高原に入り、魔族の強さがより一層増してきたところに、さらに強力な魔族が登場。物語が一気に加速し始めた感じがして、ワクワクが止まりませんでした。そして今回、海外リアクターさんの中でも大人気だったカチカチのパンについて、なんと X の公式アカウントで設計図が公開されていました。こちらがその設計図です。フリーレンが食べていたあのカチカチのパン、こんなに細かく設定されていたんですね。このパンの硬さ、保存食としての実用性、そしてミルフィーユ状になっている構造まで、制作陣のこだわりが本当に素晴らしいですよね。こういう小さなディテールにまで愛情が注がれているからこそ、フリーレンの世界がこんなにもリアルに感じられるんだと思います。さて、次回からが本当に楽しみです。魔族がなぜ殺した人を食べなかったのか、最後に出てきた4本腕の魔族の正体は、そして最初に登場した刀を持った魔族は一体誰なのか、謎がどんどん解き明かされていくと思うと待ちきれませんね。皆さんは次回どんな展開になると予想していますか？コメント欄で教えてください。ということで、動画をここまで見ていただいた方はすでに反応ちゃんリスナーです。今後も海外の反応動画を投稿していきますので、アニメが好きな方や海外リアクターさんが好きな方はチャンネル登録忘れずにしてください。ご視聴ありがとうございました。これからも動画を投稿していくので、チャンネル登録と高評価をしてくれたら嬉しいです。また見てね。